Hello and welcome back to Tales Untold. I'm Erica.
And I'm Wyatt.
Today we're going to be talking about aliens. But we're going to be discussing more about whether they're actually real and if they're already here.
And what they would want.
And a couple of conspiracy theories, as well as my own special thoughts, of course. That's what we're here for. So what do you think? Do you believe aliens are real in any of the universe? Not necessarily here, but just in general.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason they wouldn't be.
Do you think that they're the type of aliens that are actually roaming space in spaceships? Or they're just somewhere living out their lives on a planet like we are?
Probably on a planet. And they're obviously probably a little more advanced than us. But I feel like they've tried reaching out to us.
You think so?
In some way.
What makes you think that they're more advanced than we are?
Mostly the Project Blue Book incident. And the ships or UFOs that were found.
Yeah, because we were talking about the New Jersey. We did that special on the New Jersey drones.
Yeah, those were weird.
You had an update on that, right? Right?
Yeah.
Trump.
He made a statement saying that they aren't the enemy and that they were authorized by the FAA, which is the Federal Aerial Administration.
Aviation Administration?
I think it was aviation. It was something like that. And he was saying that, like, there was nothing to fear. And he said that they were doing it for research and various other reasons and did not give further explanation.
Not so confusing and vague to me. Because why did the FAA not come forward when it was happening and say, yep, that was me, you guys. Nothing to worry about. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? When you have police departments calling you saying these things, why didn't they step forward and say, "Nah, it's fine. We're good. This is what we're doing."
Yeah, the police and law enforcement at all.
Right, they had no. They were in the dark. So why didn't the people that they belonged to step forward? I mean, I'm sure now.
All those months ago.
Right, at the time. So I'm sure when Trump was inaugurated, he got debriefed on a lot of things. I'm sure every president is. But I think that maybe there's more to it. Like, yeah, sure, they probably are testing something. But like I mentioned in that special, I don't think it was really a good idea for them to do it so out in the open. And
weirdly.
Yeah.
It was very strange. I feel like they could have just said something like, this is for research. That's literally all they need to say.
But also, what were they researching above a city like that?
No idea.
Like that's concerning to me.
It is, but I feel like it would be less concerning if they had said back in November that they were doing it for research. I'd be like...
Right, make an announcement. Let people know. Like, oh yeah, hey, if you notice these things in the sky, it's all good. It's us.
I mean, it would still be weird and... Definitely,
but it would be less... It would have been less traumatic, even? I don't know. Then conspiracy theorists wouldn't have anything to work off of, I guess.
But I don't think they've actually made an official statement.
No, it just came from him?
From Trump.
I don't know. That's weird. I still don't understand it. So those kinds of sightings, so they're saying that that's definitely not aliens, right? Well, actually, I guess not really. That doesn't mean that it's not aliens. Because if they are here and they are involved, do you think maybe the aliens, if they are here, they've contacted a government? Not necessarily ours. Or maybe all of them. Maybe they're talking to everyone.
I feel like the entire thing's vague, so it definitely could be a foreign thing, and they're trying not to scare anybody. And they don't, because they don't have an answer to it, so they could just be blaming it on
Maybe.
It's just super. I don't know. They haven't really explained it well.
I don't know. I think President Trump's saying that there's nothing to worry about. It doesn't make me not want to worry about it, but
like,
it makes me less concerned.
It does for me too, only because he's a very open guy. Like he
Typically,
will say, like,
right.
what he. But like at the same time, it's like, why so vague, and why haven't they made an official statement that I'm aware of?
Right. So I don't know. So do you believe that aliens are here on the Earth among us or somewhere?
Not anymore.
No? Do you think they came and went?
Yeah. Because, like, say you were an alien and you, like, I'm referencing Project Blue Book.
Mm-hmm.
You came here, crashed, or got taken down. You were brought to a lab, tested on, and all this stuff. Why would you want more of your kind to come? If you were essentially maybe even tortured.
Honestly, if they have the technology to travel through space to get here, they could melt us. Honestly, they could take their revenge.
But maybe that's not their way.
That's hard for me to wrap my head around. A living
What?
thing not wanting revenge because someone they cared about was injured, killed, something of that kind.
If they're more advanced technologically, why couldn't they be more advanced
Emotionally?
Yeah.
But like,
I know that sounds super silly, but
I know what you're saying. That maybe they're just built differently, but even bees attack when you attack their hive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go after the mother bee, the rest of the bees are going to come after you.
yeah.
Like, and they're such a tiny insect. So, or are they an insect? Bug? I don't know. Whatever category they fall into. But
Also, maybe we're just not interesting.
right. So I had a theory. I had a fun little theory about the Roswell incident. So my theory is Area 51 just for illegal and or unethical testing. Are they creating creatures and or humanoid beings in a lab illegally, unethically, and these things escaped with wild technology that they're testing and they crashed, and that is what was found. That is what is being held in Area 51.
That's like, it sounds crazy, but like that's not really that crazy.
It's not that far-fetched. I mean, also it's 1947 when this happened. But
and why hasn't anything happened since?
they got better at hiding it. I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, they blocked off Area 51 like crazy.
Yeah.
You can't even go near there without, having eyes on you or all these signs saying that you're going to get shot,
They know you're there before you are there.
Right. So I think there's something to be said there where maybe these things just tried to escape. Like they're creatures that were created in a lab. So, I mean, people have been testing off of other people forever, since science was something that humans were interested in, making in the, what is it? For the sake of progress or something.
Yeah.
That's my interesting theory, is that it's simply man-made.
It's very what is man-made? Area 51's obviously man-made.
Right, but the whole Roswell incident, like the creatures that were found, the strange technology that was found.
Well, technically there were no creatures
That's the theory.
Reported.
That's the theory, is that they found living beings within the aircraft. But yeah, who's to say that they weren't projects?
I feel like that's possible.
Frighteningly.
Yeah.
frighteningly possible.
Yeah. Which shouldn't be.
No. So I totally think that aliens are possible, right? Whether or not they are capable of traveling through space yet, I'm not sure. We really struggle with it, even still. Like, we got astronauts stuck in space right now.
Do we really?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
I mean, there's also conspiracy theories that's all faked, also, that they're not stuck up there. I'm not 100% sure why they're stuck. I have not taken the time to look.
Actually, do you think the moon landing was fake?
Oh, I think we need to do a video, an episode on that one.
I think we should.
I think conspiracy theories are actually some of our coming up episodes.
Yeah, so we can add that one.
I'm very excited. It is one of them. It is one of the ones that I.
And then, are we gonna do the Titanic, Britannic, and Olympic?
I think that's what this one was going to be.
Oh,
Yes. I think we will have to do the Titanic versus Olympic. Was it Olympic that they thought it was?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Because the Britannic sank, and the Olympic was the only one that didn't.
Yeah. Hasn't.
Depends on what you believe.
Yeah. So I think those will be their own special episodes. But
Conspiracies are always fun to.
oh yes, those are exciting. I mean, I'm obviously intrigued in every one of the episodes that we do because I don't know. I like talking about things that don't make sense. I like unraveling things and making them not make sense. It's very interesting to me. But we've also sent messages out into space. I don't know if we've gotten anything. I haven't been able to discover if we've gotten anything back.
It's just super hard because Google does not tell you a straightforward answer. And, like, I know I'm not really a person that reads, but, like, I feel like they're very dodgy with questions like that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Riding that line of a lie. But other than simply exploring, what would bring them here? And if they did come here,
Exactly.
why would they stay? Like, regardless of, like holding them captive or testing or anything like that. Like, my theory about that is that doesn't make sense. Because unless we've actually gone into some sort of battle with them and, taken them severely injured and against their will, perhaps even dead, I can't foresee them being overpowered easily. Because they clearly came across space with technologies we don't have, which means they also have weapons that we don't have. So...
Unless they just come in peace. Like, completely.
Oh, you're so silly. When you walk out into the woods, right? Are you frightened?
Is it at night?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not coming there to cause a problem, right? No. But there are things out there that could potentially cause a problem. So having a weapon with you will make you feel safer.
That's true.
So you coming in peace doesn't mean you're going to be received with peace.
And it doesn't mean that you won't have a weapon.
Right. Yeah, I feel like it would be a big hoopla if they showed up, And they could send like a scout ship or something. But then if that scout ship doesn't come back, does that mean that planet's just going to abandon them? And be like, oh, yeah, they're gone. It's fine. Whatever. We got more people. It's okay. Like, we wouldn't do that. Usually. Like there would be something would happen.
Yeah.
There would be something else. So I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know if I don't think there are aliens among us.
But like earlier, you asked like, why would they like try and find us? Is
Yeah.
that something?
Yeah, like why would they stay more than anything? Like I can understand, just exploring space. They happen upon something
Yeah.
with livable species.
Because I was
or
going to say
whatever.
we do that all.
We're trying to do it. We're trying to live on Mars. Like we're trying to
If that
explore.
even happens, like if they actually go to space,
I don't want to do that.
living on Mars.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I could do that either.
I mean, it might be cool to visit, but
That's like a stay 1 year attraction type thing.
I don't know. You'd have to pay me a lot of money.
I would go to Mars, but I don't know if I would like to go there for that long.
I don't want to be part of the original, like the starting colonists. That sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we have no other option, then maybe. But like, yeah. Like, what would be something that aliens would stay for? Like, do we have? I'm thinking the word materials, but that's not the right word. Resources. Do we have resources that they need and they've run out of, and so they're exploring space to look for more of these resources? Are they killing off their planet like we are, and they're looking for a new home? So does that mean they're going to come in and eradicate us so they can take over the planet? Like what?
I don't really know what their purpose would be.
Right? I don't know if we ever could until if or when it happens. Hopefully not.
I think it's a matter of when. Like, have you ever seen, like, I don't know if it's real or anything, but, like, the picture of, like, solar systems and galaxies and, like...
yeah.
Like that.
It's immense. Yes.
Yeah, and it, like, keeps going back.
It's infinite.
Keeps getting, like...
Yeah.
Why wouldn't there be, like, one?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, we are a Goldilocks planet. Like, we hit that sweet spot. And who's to say that it hasn't happened somewhere else?
Why wouldn't it happen somewhere else?
That's what I'm saying. Correct. I'm not saying that there is not another planet with life on it, but that doesn't mean it's older than us.
Or
that too. It doesn't mean that it's older than us or more advanced than us or anything of that kind, Or, like
it could be a couple years old.
Right. Like they could just be discovering fire. Like they're that sort of thing. And traveling through space is
hard.
It's kind of like the time travel thing where like you have to be going almost the speed of light to get somewhere, and then it hurts my head to think about.
And isn't it like time different in space?
Not like literally if you're in space. Like if you're just in our atmosphere above Earth, no, I think time is similar. But like when you start going out of our solar system, I think shit gets weird. I really don't know. Like,
can we even go out of our solar system?
Why
like
not?
A person, but like maybe a.
Are we actually capable, or are you saying?
Like, has it been done?
I don't think so. Maybe.
Also, I wonder what the debris is like in space.
I've been I think I sent you that article of that giant ring that fell out of space and landed in Africa or something.
Yeah, I think it was India.
And they called it space junk. And I'm like, all right. We're not even living on another planet yet.
And there's already space junk.
And we already have space junk. What?
How many people have actually gone up to space?
Right.
And
what?
How do you even...
Like, I know we have satellites and stuff up there. I know we have those kinds of things. But are we seriously being that messy? Leaving our crap behind like that?
What if there's, failed satellites?
Like, why aren't we retrieving them? I mean, they should still be stuck in our orbit.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But if we put it out there, we have an obligation to bring it back.
Money. Too much money.
I guess everything comes down to money, but still, that's okay. So you're done ruining our planet. Now you're gonna go ruin the entire solar system. It makes me angry. Just seeing it called space junk makes me angry. Like, seriously?
That shouldn't even be a word yet.
No, we're not even traveling in space like it's, going down the street. And there's space junk the size of a car coming down. Like, whoever that belongs to is so lucky that it didn't, kill people, land in a building or a major city.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it only landed in a forest outside of a village. But, good thing it didn't even land in the village. Insanity.
That would have really sucked.
That would have been terrible. So, and this thing was huge.
It was huge. I don't even know.
I think it was 12 feet wide.
Yeah.
Or something. It was huge. What?
This is completely off topic. But, did you hear about the 2 plane crashes that recently happened?
Yes. One of them a helicopter hit a plane, right?
Blackhawk.
Yeah. What?
Did you see the flight pattern?
No. I've seen videos of the actual crash when they come together. And I think I saw another video from a street view of a plane just coming out of the sky and just right into the ground.
In Philadelphia. I don't know how that happened. Why that happened.
I don't know. So do you think that maybe aliens could be interfering with our airspace and causing malfunctions in our radio towers? Say they're malicious, right? Say they're out there and they're looking down at us laughing. Ha, y'all are fighting with each other. Look at you. And then they're just messing with us. And then helping us destroy each other.
But why? Why now?
Maybe they just happened to get here at this point. You know what I mean? Maybe they just happened upon us. And it's the time. I don't know. I mean, I hope not. That'd be a really terrible time for everybody.
Yeah.
But if they convince us to destroy ourselves, their work is a lot easier.
It is. I'd like to say that's not possible, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows what is possible.
I think it's absolutely possible to get us to kill each other off. Absolutely. We're all walking on eggshells as it is. I don't know. Yeah, maybe the aliens are messing with our airwaves and our radio towers and making things act up.
It is possible.
Or it's just new technology that is now
failing. Or
yeah, it could be old technology that's now failing, or a new technology that was not properly tested, or
that's also possible.
Or
I'm a little suspicious about Elon Musk and his stuff.
Yeah. He's pretty close to the president there.
I feel like his technology is getting weird. Did you see the video of him apparently saluting Hitler?
Oh, right. Yeah. I did see that at the inauguration where he was doing I forget what it's called.
What do you think about that? Do you think he actually meant it that way?
I did not see it. I will have to see it. Elon Musk is a South African-born Canadian-American businessman. He moved to Canada and later became a U.S. citizen. So that's suspicious to me.
How?
Well, he's awfully close to the president, and he's not American-born. He is not from here.
So?
That's not suspicious to you. And he worked his way up the food chain. Not
he's super smart.
So? Exactly. All the more reason for him to have an ulterior motive.
But what would that be? He builds cars and technology for everybody and makes it more efficient for the planet.
Let me ask you something. Do they use electric vehicles to mine the lithium needed for those batteries that hold the electricity?
I have no idea.
No, they don't. They use gas-powered heavy machinery. And then what creates the electricity that you're charging these things with? Power plants that don't use clean energy. Like, yeah, there's solar panels now, but
like, say he did have an ulterior motive. Going back to that, like, what would it be?
oh, I don't know.
Like,
World destruction, world domination. I don't know.
yeah, I just don't.
Maybe he's an alien. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't think he's.
Well, you just said that you were concerned about him, right?
I'm concerned about his technologies.
Right, but you were also concerned about his Hail Hitler at the inauguration.
I was asking how you felt about that because I feel like people are misunderstanding it, but I can also see how people would interpret it like that.
I watched the video of his speech. I'm not so sure it was intended to be the Hail. What is it called?
The sea kale?
Is that what it's called?
I think so. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I just call it the Nazi salute.
Yeah. I've only ever referred to it as the Hail Hitler thing. I don't think that was his intended thing because you have to have a closed fist for that. For when you hit your chest, it's a closed fist, and then your hand goes out straight in front of you with your hand forward. I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was like your hand is open like this, and then you.
I don't know. I don't know. But
I don't know how to.
But the way he intended it is my heart goes out to you.
Yeah, I think so. That's why, like, I can see where people are like, oh, Hail Hitler.
Right.
But then it's like, right after he says, my heart goes out to you, and does it for a third time. And it's like.
I wonder if he realized what he did.
And that's when he was
And that's why he said that. And then he continued to do it. So he's like, you know what? I jumped in this boat. I'm gonna just do it. You know, like I'm gonna make sure that it's clear that that was not my intention.
Because right before that, he was like, thank you.
And then he put his arm up like, I'm giving it to you. Like, this is right. Like, all of you.
And then he turned around and
there was a flash of recognition in his eyes of what he just did.
Yeah.
Because then he goes, my heart goes out to you. And you see, I don't know about anybody else, but I could see like a little flash of like panic and shock and, oh shit. Uh-oh. Because of what he just did. But I don't think that was the intention. No.
I don't think it was either. Why would he be a neo-Nazi?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, unless he wants President Trump to be his new Hitler and make it a whole new issue.
That'd be scary.
Yeah. I don't know. But I don't think that was intended to be
I don't think it was
a Nazi reference. He was too emotional about it. Like, it wasn't angry, it wasn't seriousness. It was a heartfelt moment. It wasn't intended to be a Nazi hail.
Yeah.
We've digressed from aliens.
We have.
Is Elon Musk a alien? Is Elon Musk
You can't even say
I
it.
can't say it. Is Elon Musk an alien? There it is. Ooh, that was rough.
I wouldn't say so.
No, probably not.
His technology is a little weird, though.
Yeah.
I don't completely trust it. Like,
I don't trust anything.
I don't really like the idea of Teslas.
I've always wondered if there's another option
What do you mean?
to an energy source. So we have, gas, fuel, whatever. And then we have electric. I've always wondered if there isn't another option that we just haven't discovered yet.
I feel like we would have discovered it by now.
Why? You're giving humanity a lot of credit here. No, like there's plenty of things that we don't understand yet. Like, we haven't even been to the depths of the ocean.
Well, don't understand and discovering, I feel like, are two different things.
Not necessarily. Like who's to say that there isn't a mineral at the bottom of the ocean that is completely renewable? Or, you know what I'm saying? Or who's to say that we just haven't combined the right things to create something that's so ingenuitive and renewable that we don't have to worry about it anymore.
That's possible.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say that line hasn't been? We haven't found that yet.
Their bridge hasn't been crossed.
Right. Like, there's always something. Like, I firmly believe that there is always something else. There's always an option C. It's just not always easy. It's not always right in front of us. There's just always something. I wish I had the time and the knowledge and the brain to be that inventor, to come up with something like that, but I don't think that's in my cards. So maybe the aliens are nice, and maybe they will bring something like that to us.
I really hope so. I really hope they're nice.
I know. I mean, if they're funky looking, we're screwed.
What do you mean?
Because, like, if they look like aliens, you know, like they're
interpret them,
right. Like if they're blob monsters, if they're
like xenomorph,
right, if they are ridiculous looking and frightening, humans are going to attack them and reject them immediately. Immediately. It doesn't matter if that person's like, I've come in peace. Like if they know their language, it doesn't matter.
You getting this from your show?
No.
Oh.
Well, yes, a little bit. It does sound like that, but they are going to attack them.
They will.
Because we will react out of fear. We're like, I don't know what you're going to do to me, so I'm just going to get you out of my life so I don't have to worry about it. They're not even going to give it that opportunity to be like, oh, you're not here to kill me? Cool. We can be friends.
They're just going to shoot at it.
Right. And then ask questions later. Dissect it later in Area 51. So
there are aliens. I just hope they're not like the Quiet Place ones.
Right. I firmly believe that those are not the actual aliens. Because how in the hell did them things invent anything? They can't see.
Hearing? I don't know.
Exactly. They don't have thumbs. How did they invent the wheel? How did they get to the point even to where we are? When they can't see, they don't have tiny fingers to like maneuver stuff.
They're more evolved. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I really think that they are.
You're trying to give it human things, but it's really not human.
No, I'm trying to give them something that will allow them to create even similar technologies to what we have. Like a cat.
What? No.
Bear with me. It'll make sense. So my cat earlier was trying to get to my chicken bones in the remains of the plastic container that was crimped shut. Right? And so she's trying to dig underneath it, thinking that it's underneath. She couldn't figure out how to open it.
Right.
They don't have thumbs. So, okay, so let's try to think of a container that a cat could build without thumbs.
That's true.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah. Also, it's a movie.
I understand. But, well, my theory is that these are creatures that were sent to Earth to eradicate the living things on the Earth, and they belong to a different species of alien.
That'd be cool if they did kind of like a backstory of the
actual aliens. Because I don't believe they could fly spaceships. They seem to be intent only on killing.
Yeah.
It seems that that's all that they're capable of. I
also don't like how vicious they are.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be able to be quiet. I would not.
I know, my children, I'd be screwed. But that's what I'm saying. They're so vulgar. They're so monstrous. There's no way
to actually beat them.
That's not where I was going to say. No. You could definitely kill them because they figured it out in
all
one of the other.
Them?
Eventually. Like, we can fight back. But because their ears are so sensitive, you just have to make those the frequencies. Yeah. And
shoot them.
Right. When their head is open. But I don't think that they are the ones that flew the spaceships to the Earth to invade.
Could be voice activated like Jarvis or.
They don't have a voice. They don't make, well, I mean, as far as we know, I guess.
Yeah, they could have a different language.
And they can't swim. So they were clearly in an environment that did not have water. Whether that was a building that did not have liquid, like a cell or something like that, or simply their planet doesn't have water.
Yeah.
But, I mean, for us, life is kind of based off of water. Like without water, we're screwed.
Actually, that just made me think of something. Why don't we, like you were saying, like energy uses and stuff. We have so much water. Why don't we use water as a way to make cars? Like a water-powered car.
Well, we did have the water wheels and stuff, for like factories. Like you can make hydropower, but then you're affecting the environment. You're gonna ruin the life cycles of fish, and then you're gonna ruin any kind of environment that those other animals are living in. The bears that eat the fish. You're gonna be affecting so many ecosystems.
I didn't think about that.
So there, like I said, there has to be something. I don't know, like magnetic power. Like magnets go around in a circle, they create. I don't know.
Why can't we do that? Have you seen like the demonstration of like a toy car with like, obviously, a car wouldn't probably be built like this, but like it had a piece of cardboard on the top and a magnet on the front, and the magnet was pulling the toy car on its own.
We would have to do like a whole uphaul.
Yeah.
Of the way that we live and the roads and all that sort of stuff. But like, why aren't we working towards another option instead of pushing so hard for electric?
I don't like electric cars at all.
No, I feel like that's not the right option.
No.
Because we still have to create that energy. So ultimately, we're not erasing the need for...
We're probably just using less of it, though.
No, because it's still the same. Because that energy is still being... Like, they're worried about emissions for cars and, like, the electric stuff. They're worried about the emissions. But the energy is still being made somewhere with something. And then being put through those, usually Tesla electrical charging stations. It's coming from somewhere. You have to create that energy somehow. So it's a bit of a headache.
Yeah.
So hopefully aliens will come and they'll help us out.
Hopefully they're not mean.
Right.
So I think that brings us to the title of the episode. Are aliens real?
I know. I also I hope that if we come across aliens and they are, I don't want to say as advanced as us or not as advanced as us, if they're different than us, I really hope history doesn't repeat itself. I really hope that we don't go and try and give them disease-infected blankets and then...
I don't know what you're referencing.
Native Americans.
Oh.
That's what we did to the Indians. We gave them disease-infected blankets to kill them off.
That's...
terrible.
Yeah.
I
didn't even know about that.
So this is what makes history important, so that it doesn't repeat itself, so that we can learn from our mistakes. So I hope that those mistakes are not made again. That's my wish.
I really hope they aren't either. I don't think they will be, but hopefully not.
I know. So I hope that either way we meet them, it is a friendly experience and we can all gain something from it without a massacre on either side.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
I don't think that's how it would go, though.
No, me either. We have to stop fighting with ourselves first. So I think we should jump into some conspiracy theories next episode.
Yeah.
Next. Yeah. Maybe we'll go to the Titanic, the bottom of the ocean. Whether or not aliens are real is debatable. Also,
It is.
whether or not we've come across them yet is still debatable. It'll probably be hopefully will be a long time before we come up with an answer. It would be really sad if my theory is correct that the Roswell incident is just escaped projects.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
Like, I can see that being possible, which really sucks.
Yes, for those living beings that in theory don't actually exist and therefore have no rights. So it's a dark subject. We'll be back next week with conspiracy theories.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for everything. This is
Tales Untold.
Thanks for listening.